yeah, she is. Welcome to Comics League Dark. I'm Jared, and I'm here with Taladia. What's up, my brother?
What's up? The Superman man has returned.
And we're here with the lowest lover, Robert. What's up, brother?
Hey.
I had to. And today, oh boy, we're gonna be blasting Marvel today.
Oh,
Boy.
so, yes, proof or the proof. They have no idea what the hell they're doing.
When has that ever been different, though?
They used to be,
I love that. I love the pause. And what's up, Cameron? Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about that because we are celebrating. This week makes 5 years of Comics League existing.
Nice.
And shortly after this stream, I will be airing the official documentary on the history of Comics League as a channel. So that'll be really
Nice.
fun. So let's begin with, let's start with the Marvel news and blast some Ultimates. So, by Taladia, have you been reading any of the Ultimate Marvel books?
No, because it's in the end because it's in the end game now. That's the reason.
Well, yeah, exactly. Thank you. And what's up, NJ? And thank you. But yeah, so Marvel has this tendency to Taladia. This is one of the many reasons why I'm more of a DC fan, because DC, to the degree that Marvel doesn't do this crap. Marvel takes what people like and takes it away, as in the case of this, where they announced, yeah, we're completely ending the Ultimate Universe. And now, mind you, Hickman gave them like a 2-year plan for Ultimate Spider-Man. That's it. 2 years. He was going to be doing it for 2 years. He actually said, I didn't expect them to end it. And I think Robert was transitioning over to his computer. So yeah, literally, Taladia, they're like, we're going to end like...
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. So we're going to end what's like our top sell. It's like if DC said we're ending the absolute universe, which they're not, by the way. They have affirmed this. But anyway, so Robert, they're ending. You could say they gave the Ultimate Universe another ultimatum.
Yes, they did, and you could so tell this was done out of spite.
Yeah, exactly, because they're jealous that Ultimate Spider-Man is selling more than their crap version of Spider-Man.
I'm positive Brevoort had something to do with this and convinced Dan Buckley saying, let it die.
I know what the reason is.
Why?
What is it?
It's because DC Absolute Universe is doing really well and they haven't got the numbers.
Except Ultimate was the only thing that was rivaling Absolute.
Pun intended. But yeah, no, he makes that. That's a good point. But it's making them money. Who cares if fans like it better? Marvel, here's
why.
Yeah, go ahead.
Marvel is so used to being number one, always number one, no matter how bad it is, no matter how much crap they put out, they are always number one for whatever reason. People still buy Red even if it's a dead book.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. In other words, you could say they're Marvel zombies.
Well, that's where the phrase originally came from. Marvel zombies. Yeah. They're buying it no matter what.
Yeah, but again, Taladia, highest selling Spider-Man book, highest selling Avengers book. Let's get rid of it. What?
Yeah. Because you could tell it's because Brevoort and Lowe are jealous and tired of it being compared. And you know, Brevoort knew almost a year ago, it's going to end. I know it's going to end. I'm going to make sure it's going to end no matter what, because I have the power to do it.
Yeah, because I'm too much of a petty a-hole. That's what Marvel is. Marvel, this is why, again, I repeatedly told Britt, say what you want about DC editorial, particularly during Rebirth. They never pulled this BS.
The worst they are is lazy, not vindictive.
Yeah, particularly nowadays.
You might have some writers who are vindictive, but editorially, no.
Yeah, exactly. This one is like no, and then Tavia says, "Why is Marvel so stupid?" Again, it's ego. That's what it is. It's really ego because Brevoort thinks he knows what the way Marvel should be, even though he clearly doesn't, and B, to Robert's point, it's we can do whatever the hell we want. That's the great thing about DC being number 2. They cannot afford to screw up.
And especially because they are always neck and neck with Image. It's like they are the gap between DC and Image is not as that great.
Well, Taladia, did you know that when Image Comics first showed up, they were so popular that DC became the 3rd publisher? In other words, in 3rd place?
And you know there have been some times where IDW have beaten out DC?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and NJ, I can feel the sarcasm coming off your typing, NJ. But
yeah, but even that, NJ, she's lazy, not vindictive.
Yeah, there's a big difference. I'd rather have lazy than vindictive, because at least when it's lazy, I can work with that. Vindictive, it's just like mean.
And the fact they are so willing to openly say, you guys don't know what you want. You do not know what you want.
No, we do. It's like that one BlizzCon where they go, you don't want that. You think you do, but you don't.
And boy, did that blow up in their face.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, that didn't work out well for the company that tried.
But Marvel editors know they are safe and protected. They know it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, that's the problem. So it's
now I will say this. At the same time, giving it a chance to actually have a send-off, and rather than going on too long like the original Marvel Universe, I'm not against that.
And here's the other thing. At the very least, I doubt that this will lead to a actual abolishment of the Ultimate Universe. What it'll probably do, this version will stop, and then the new version will show up. They're essentially new 52ing the Ultimate Universe.
I think it says a lot that it's not even Hickman writing the end game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a different writer. So that's
the guy doing the Ultimates book, granted, but still.
What does that say, Robert? So, Taladia, I'm sure you've heard Robert and I talk about the Krakoa Age of X-Men, right?
Yeah, on your
UTC. So they put them on the island and everything, right? That was Hickman. Hickman's the guy that's writing Ultimate Spider-Man. But here's the thing. To hear the way Hickman tells the story is that because Hickman's the type of writer that plans out this epic multi-year story that
with an ending.
With an ending.
Secret Wars was the ending of his Avengers.
Yeah, he started with he started.
No, so it was Fantastic Four. Well, first it was Fantastic Four.
Well, let me put it this way: he tells us these big, long, epic stories. So he was gonna do that with X-Men, with a story that takes place from the real, distant future in 3 different timelines. Everyone was excited for this. Then what did Marvel do, Robert?
Marvel decided the new writers in charge were like, we want to keep our little protective bubble. We do not want it to end anytime soon until we say so. So Hickman was like, okay, if I can't get the ending I want, you guys want to keep it going, I'll just get to this point and leave it hanging.
And Master Sergeant with the $5 super chat, thanks, man. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Well, what's up, fellas? I've become an omnibus nerd. Can't wait to can't talk much to current comics, though. I live in the past. Hey, find your comics passion, as Robert always says. That's totally awesome.
Find your comic book joy. Find your comic book joy. Yes.
Yeah, and luckily there's so many great omnibuses that keep coming out. So have at it, brother. It's good to see you.
I gotta say that phrase is not my own phrase. I still would like to give a shout out. I know he never watched it, but there's a guy, Scott Gardner. He does the Firestorm podcast long ago. I don't know if he still does. He's the guy who gave me that phrase, and it's been words I've been living by ever since.
Well, let me put it this way. I hate Tom King's Wonder Woman, but I'm reading a more fun Wonder Woman books. I had to mention it once, Taladia.
Hey, you're enjoying Byrne's Wonder Woman, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. Very much so. Yeah, exactly. That's the funny part. Tevin brings up a good point. Marvel invented the concurrent side universe, Taladia, and DC is taking their lunch with it.
And everyone was saying at New York Comic Con, the only good announcement was Williamson on Iron Man. Everything, and maybe Queen in Black, maybe.
Yeah, but you know what's kind of funny, Taladia? You'll love this. So someone asked Scott Snyder at DC, what is the absolute universe ever going to end because of what like Marvel just announced with the Ultimate Universe? You know he knew what Marvel just announced. He goes, "There's no plans to end the absolute universe."
It's permanent.
It's not gonna end, right?
Yeah, it's selling.
It's a gravy train. It's a gravy train.
It is a money printing machine. So of course, DC has more business sense than Marvel.
No, but it's not only that, Jared. It's them intertwining things into DC.
I think that's the other reason. Yeah, that's the other reason. Because if DCKO has made it clear it's important, whereas Marvel, no, they have been making sure it's its own separate thing with the Incursion, which was a lousy, pointless mini.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you, TJ. I really appreciate that. But yeah, that is a good point because inevitably, they made it clear, inevitably the main universe is going to meet the Absolute League, which can you imagine regular Batman meeting jacked, has an axe for a logo, Batman. Oh my gosh.
By the way, the way Scott Snyder talked about DCKO, it proves exactly what I said was going to happen. It's going to be a case where the Absolute Trinity we're seeing, that is set further in their history where Darkseid could corrupt them.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really cool idea.
That way it doesn't interfere with what's going on currently, because this is down the line.
Yeah, it's a future. It's a future again. And DC doesn't necessarily like to do future stories because it's like it locks them in there, but it's like the way DC always does is that they say it's a possible future. It's like, look at like Future State. When they did that, they were like, oh no, time is kind of fuzzy, so this could happen.
Now there are some things like the Legion, set future, but that's so far in the future. The Great Disaster, it doesn't guarantee to happen, but it strongly could happen. Terry as Batman, that one is almost locked in, but who is his mentor? It's wishy-washy.
Well, with the Legion, Robert, it's pretty much like they're inspired by Superman existing.
Or John Kent is having an idea.
Or yeah, but the point is it's easy. That one's very easy to justify because as long as Superman is still doing Superman-y things, that's a point that doesn't interfere with that much.
And look at the other thing. Look what else was. Let's talk about what something else was NYCC. DC announced a lot of great titles that have gotten people hyped. What did Marvel announce? A couple more X-Men titles that are replacing ones currently going, and a couple of like a symbiote event that they think is going to get people hyped up, but not really.
Yeah, I have never seen so many people tweet, can DC just buy Marvel now? Because they're getting all the fun stuff.
But again, no matter what, no matter what, people are going to still buy Marvel. No matter what. No matter how mad they are, they're still going to buy it in numbers that's going to make it number one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why they'll only change if that happens. It sucks.
And even if they don't have the most top 10, the overall sales are going to be in their favor.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, then let's
transition.
Okay. I saw it with NJ.
Yeah, we're gonna transition. All right. So let's talk about since we're talking about it, absolute DC news. Because here's the thing. So Scott confirmed that the next arc is gonna feature first off Scarecrow. Scarecrow's the villain after Bane, so absolute Scarecrow. That's gonna be and Poison Ivy. So I'm like, interesting.
I'm scared of that. I'm gonna be scared of that.
Well, you read the issue when, like, you see all like absolute Clayface, absolute Poison Ivy, and literally when I was reading it, I'm like, well, Scott's the horror guy. But the other thing is that we're getting absolute Robin. Now, here's the thing. Dick Grayson is older in this universe right now. He showed up. So is it Jason, Damian, or Tim?
It could still be Jason, Dick, but, going to be a different type of Robin.
I have a funny feeling though, but when it comes down to the villains, because we're talking about the villains first, is that flower man that we got in New 52? Oh no, in Rebirth.
What was his name? Mr. Bloom.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I have an inkling feeling that it's gonna be something like that for Scarecrow, right?
I could
Can
see
you
it.
ima-
I could see that.
can you see like all like the fluff coming out of his arms
Yeah, there you go.
and
It-
like he's got like a pillow face,
kind of like the Arkham Knight Scarecrow.
Arkham Asylum Scarecrow. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. But yeah, Absolute Robin is really cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah, exactly. DC showed up and it's like, oh yeah, Absolute Catwoman is getting a mini-series, Absolute Green
Absolute
Arrow.
Green Arrow, which despite given what happened to Ollie, meaning there's only two others it could possibly be.
It could be Dinah. It could be Roy. It could be even his
Connor.
sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah,
Shadow?
Red Arrow.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do, or they could pull an audible and just have Black Canary be Green Arrow.
Oh,
An audible?
That'd be a twist.
Yeah, because guess what? He was talking to Dinah, I believe, at one point in that Ultimate Evil, the Absolute Evil issue. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, gents. It definitely isn't.
Right.
But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing because I'm reading the Absolute books,
Mhm.
right? So I'm actually enjoying reading it without. Actually
Sorry
watching
if I'm
something.
muffled.
Yeah. Oh, but it was Roy. Okay, but the point is, you could still have Dinah show
Yeah.
up in that too. So it's not
Right.
like it's completely out of the realm of possibility.
But
Plus,
still,
that
but
would be
still-
the yeah. Go ahead.
but still, we got to remember the absolute DC universe is going to intertwine with the mainline continuity with DCKO, as they
Yeah.
did tease that
Well,
in DCKO.
Let him.
as I said earlier, I'm sorry. Sorry.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
it's gonna intertwine with things, and I'm really digging the idea of how Scott Snyder's actually placing things little by little, right, from the villain side.
He's
to the
taking
hero
his
side.
time. That's
He's
the
taking-
key thing. I was
Yeah.
on a Labs comic book nerd like a couple of days ago, and we said one of the greatest strengths of the Absolute Universe is that they took their time, even crossing over Wonder Woman and Batman. It's just no, we're gonna build these characters first, lay the foundation, because you know the temptation is go immediately to Absolute Justice League.
Which technically we do have it.
Technically we do, but the point is, how long did it take them to get to that point?
Quite a
Good
long time.
point. But as I was about to say was, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's gonna take maybe 2 more years, I'd say, before we get to Absolute Justice League. The reason why I say that, Jared, is because they want to flesh out the story arcs, right? They
Mhm.
want to get these story arcs done. Mind you, it's only been a year. It's been a
A year.
year. It's been a year. The first year of Absolute books so far. So we still got another year, maybe 2 years. Give it time, and then we get to Absolute Justice League, right?
Mhm.
I mean, there's plenty of other characters that need a book. Like I would like to see Aquaman get a book, and I would like to see. Obviously, we got Green Lantern, but we're getting. But obviously, I just think Aquaman is a core character that we need Absolute.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so curious how that's gonna go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Like, what if it ends up being Orm, who's the absolute Aquaman?
or there is no Aquaman, it's Mira.
That
Absolute
too.
Mirror. Absolute Mirror. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we
if
have
you
Joe
notice,
being the main Green Lantern.
there is a world in the multiverse. I think it's Earth 11 where it's Aqua Woman.
Well, yeah, but that's a female Arthur.
No, but still, the idea of having a female Aquaman kind of like works. In
True.
other words, it has precedence.
Which makes me think about, do you think Williamson's ever going to get back to that Batwoman who laughs?
I didn't even know. Oh yeah, the Batwoman who laughs. No, I don't think so. I think the age of the ... who laughs is over. Thank God.
No, yeah, instead we have the Batman who lifts.
Can you imagine the Mouse Man who laughed?
Nah.
I have.
But yeah, as MJ said, and that's what I was trying to say earlier, their appearance in DCKO has nothing to do with what's currently going on. So if they do appear it's not going to be it's not like it's a direct crossover.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, these characters exist, and it could happen at any time in the absolute stories and such.
Yeah, my guess is, like I said, this is probably them a few years later.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so let's move on to our next topic. Zack Snyder is triggering the DC fandom again, and you know what? I have to use this clip.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
So what he did is he posted a tweet or like an Instagram post. I'll actually pull it up that showed Henry Cavill. Now, here's the thing. I want to be clear on this. Zack does this where he shares photos from his previous movies. But do fans like Mira? I've been buying the Nintendo eggs in Germany to get all 16 Playmobil vehicles. I've gotten 6 dang Miras. Yes, Mira is a fan favorite character.
Mostly thanks to Jeff Johns.
Yeah, because that run, the new 52 Aquaman, by the way, another omnibus you should pick up. And it's actually pretty cheap. He really expanded her as a character, and more so than like a lot of writers have in the past.
Even before that, from Black as Night onward, he had made her a great new character.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like Mira is arguably the co-lead of the Aquaman books. Okay, so here's what Zack posted.
But like you said, he was showing other images beforehand.
Of the movies. He said, Henry Cavill is Superman from BVS, shot with my monochrome camera. 3 weeks on Instagram. Thanks, everyone. All he's so what Zack does is he because Zack's also a camera nerd and he posts stuff. It's just what's gotten people up in a teddy or whatever the line is that he goes, Henry Cavill is Superman. And I go, well, yeah, it's his Superman. He's the one that he cast. Of course. That's what he's going to I'm sure God would say corn-sweated Superman.
Yep. Now, here's the thing. This is both sides who are being crazy.
This is both sides. First, the anti-side I'm going to attack first because they're always like Zack is not allowed to homage any of his DC work because it'll trigger the fan base, which they have a point, but it's like, let the man post this. And then I see a lot of people trying to say that this means he hasn't moved on from DC. And I go, again, by move on, it doesn't mean that Zack will never do DC work again or return to complete his story in any way. It just means that currently that's not in the cards.
Yep. And then there's also some who are then saying, oh, this is a sign. He is coming back. It's a fact.
Well, here's the thing. In the past, it did happen where Zack posted that type of stuff, and then he did it as a prelude to him coming back. So there is some precedence for that. It's just like, yeah, it's like, let me put it this way: both sides have to calm down, right, Taladia?
I say that there's no pun. They're jumping the gun, and I don't mean that as a pun. I don't mean that as a pun. That's why I had to say that.
Good one. But what do you think?
You got me there. You got me there.
Claudia?
You got me there with that pun.
Oh, and by the way, fun fact, the only shots that we originally had of the Snyder Cut was in the black and white.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, so go ahead, Talia.
With Zack Snyder posting that image, mind you, it was originally supposed to come out in 2025. Think about it, Jared, right? BVS was supposed to come out in not 2025, sorry, 2015. Why am I saying 2025? I meant to say 2015. BVS was supposed to come out, so maybe it was like a 10-year anniversary thing of behind the scenes. Yeah,
exactly. There's any number of things of reasons that this could be. Now, could it be him? Let me put it this way. Is there a possibility it's him hinting? Yes. After all, it's Zack Snyder. But is it guaranteed that that's what that is? No.
As he says in what's it called? That cartoon? He's the Man of Steel, not the Man of Conversation.
Yeah, exactly. and then Cameron says, "I really hope Gunn does not get fired like the rumors say." Well, here's the thing on that. And we'll extrapolate that. It all depends on what the first batch of projects do and what the new regime, assuming WB gets sold, wants to do. Because the new regime, here's what the people saying, oh, he's definitely going to get fired, are not considering. They could show up and say, hey, we're going to keep him. You know who else is at Paramount?
Walter Hamada.
Exactly. And that didn't work out well last time.
I don't need to hear that guy. I do not need to hear that guy's name. I've had enough of him.
And then HM says, if I was a director of any DC movie, 11 month movies, I'd never stop talking about it. I think it's disrespectful to assume that he should avoid. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, look, that was a significant portion of his career.
And I agree. He shouldn't avoid. He shouldn't avoid it. I agree.
He should be allowed to post about the stuff that like he's really proud of. What do you want to say, Taladia?
The reason why I don't like hearing the name Walter Hamada because I hear that song, the Walter Hamada song, that little movie plays, and it gets on my nerves.
Oh, baby hands, yeah.
Baby hands, yeah.
But by the way, the answer about Paramount, they lost the first bid. You know they're going to do a new bid.
They'll do a new bid, and that happens a lot with sales. Let's be clear on that.
But you know what's also interesting? Next year is not a James Gunn directed year.
Yes. Now that's a good point, Taladia, because here's the thing. You could say that people's issues with the DCU is James Gunn's like direction. What happens if like the movies come out and people hop on board and maybe go, okay, I like this. It's just the project that James Gunn does not direct that we prefer. That's fine, and I'm more than willing to hop on that train. I'm more on the Supergirl train right now because that's going to determine how the Wonder Woman movie is. So I kind of have I have a stake in that movie right now.
Now, to be fair, though, people, when it was said how Supergirl is going to comparable to Guardians, I don't think they meant it's going to be written like Guardian. It just simply meant it's going to be a nice space romp.
It's a space book. Anyone that's read that book that it's based on and can make it all the way through the end is that.
Yeah, it's a space romp.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I want to say on that. But it's like, just let Zach post in peace. How's that?
I agree with that. Let Zach post in peace. But at the same time, I would still say call out those who are then trying to use this to say, oh, it's this, or, oh, Gunn is the reason why the MCU failed.
And just call out toxicity. Let's go with that.
Call out toxicity in general on either side, because both sides have crazies.
And by the way, I want to highlight what HM said one more time, because he brings up a good point also. It's a big deal for a director to get to work in the DC universe. So let the man enjoy it. And
let him enjoy it. Agreed.
Master Surge, I hope Lanterns and Supergirl tighten up the DCU a bit. I'm on board with Gunn's DCU, but it's a little too goofy right now for me. Yeah, exactly. If the next couple of projects are less goofy, because Gunn himself said he wants to have a variety of tones and stuff. That way, if you don't like his goofy tone, hey, there's Lanterns, or there's Supergirl, or something like that.
Or Clayface. There's Clayface.
Or Clayface. Yeah, exactly. Clayface was fun.
Wouldn't it be funny if Clayface is the one that makes the big amount of money?
What? Clayface makes $1 billion?
Because it's a Bat-related character, and the character some people would recognize, especially because of the animated series episode.
And let me be clear on this. Remember, we're operating in a world where the first Aquaman movie made $1 billion.
And Wonder Woman nearly did.
Yeah,
here's what I think, right? With James Gunn not directing any projects next year, I can see next year being a really good year for DC.
Mm-hmm. I would say so. This is going to
across the board.
It's going to be a significant year for DC. Like, this is, in many ways, it is the deciding year, because this will determine if it's just Gunn or the other stuff. Cares like Wonder Woman and Superman should be lighthearted, not dark. No. You can have some dark elements in the characters, but it's like you shouldn't go too far either way. So
right.
But what I'm gonna say is that with the 2026, you've got across the board. You've got TV, you got film, you've got animation, you got gaming as well. And all all the projects are looking solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not negative. So I think
Yeah.
what DC is doing a really good thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
James
like
Gunn is
I-
going to promote this stuff, but that's only it. He's not
Yeah.
going to put his hand in a cookie jar, as
which
they
he
say.
needs to, because he's because even if he's not creatively involved, like directly creatively involved with these projects, he's the CEO. He has to promote it. The project that I'm waiting for is Lanterns, not because of Tom King. I want to be not just because of Tom King, because I haven't seen what like the Lantern stuff is going to look like the suits and stuff, because I want to see.
There's no trailer yet. There's no trailer yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, are they going practical with this? Because eventually they're going to be in the green suits. That's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to see, are they going to take Guy Gardner out of the stupid white suit?
I have an inkling feeling as well that that Lanterns will be one of the shows that is going to be up there for a DC project that's never been explored before, right?
Yeah.
And Aaron Pierre, who's playing Jon Stewart, has already said his excitement for it was off the roof.
And by the way, when he was like being fan casted as Jon Stewart, I had just seen the big movie he was in, Rebel Ridge, and yeah, the guy is Jon Stewart. He gets Jon Stewart, so I'm like, that's solid casting. I'll give you that. And Carol not be. Yeah, but it's primarily a Jon Stewart show, though. So that's the only point there.
And again, I am now more convinced that Hal is not going to die, and I don't think he's going to become Parallax.
Oh, we'll see. That's the part that has me concerned, but we'll see on that. It could be he's retiring, because according to like some synopses I've seen, that like he's training his replacement.
Yeah, so he could just retire, but still be there at the side, the sideline, like, hey, you need me? So in other words, they're going to make him more the Alan Scott.
Yeah, maybe like he'll be in the reserves, if you will.
Or they kill him off in the first episode.
They better not, because if they do that, I will riot.
But
with respect.
I would wait until the end, though, because chances are it'll be a case of we see what led up to his death. And one of those type of things. Or
maybe he comes back to life. This is DC we're talking about. I would like to see a neat DC package like the Infinity Saga. So I'm hoping Lantern Supergirl sets a more even tone. Probably will. Probably will. A question: is this like Training Day, but for Jon Stewart? That's what they've said. So I
yeah, and which, to be fair, that's what First Flight had, was Training Day.
I would say that. So it should be fun. So again, I'm giving all these projects a shot, because I'm a Green Lantern fan. And Robert, how often do we get Green Lantern content?
Very true.
So I'm like, I can't be picky here. This isn't the time to be picky.
By the way, when do you guys think we're going to find out about Injustice 3?
At a certain point, by the way. Knew it got hot in here.
Whoa!
How's everybody doing tonight?
How you doing, J Heat?
And welcome back, Master Sergeant. Good to see you.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's been a while. I know. I'm surprised. It's been a while. But yeah, so J Heat, what do you think of Lanterns and Supergirl? Are you hyped?
Somewhat. I mean, Supergirl is going to be pretty straightforward for the most part. It's just True Grit, but in space. As for Lanterns, I don't know why people want to make Green Lantern grounded. It's a space opera. It's basically DC Star Trek. It's not rocket science.
Here's what I think. I personally think it's because they believe it can get too zany, too out there.
Or, let's be honest, money.
Oh, the CGI would be a nightmare.
Because if they really wanted to go full, like, let's say they wanted to go full, like, War of the Green Lanterns or something like that. Yeah, that's gonna bring up a chunk of change.
Yeah, especially, come on, you'd have Chip. You'd be having Kilowog and Tomare.
Now, Green Lantern, say what you will about the script being hot garbage, but Green Lantern 2011's special effects were not that bad.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, hang on. It's not that bad of a movie.
I blame Guggenheim more than anyone else.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I would never say it to the man's face. I would never say it to the man's face because he's done some good stuff.
I would.
Yeah, well, like for example, did you guys ever read his Blade Run?
Oh, his Blade Run was fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, his Blade Run, and it's still the longest running Blade series at 12 issues.
Yes, I mean, don't mess with the standard.
No. Think about that a second. Think about what I just said. It's the longest running Blade title at 12 issues.
Yeah, because Blade was never able to carry a series like that. He's more of an ensemble character.
I know. But so it still says a lot that Guggenheim still holds the record.
That's hilarious, Robert. 12 issues. That's like 4 arcs, but like a one trade.
Well, that's the thing. They were mostly done in ones.
Okay, I see.
With an underlying arc and all the artwork by Howard Chaykin, who again does not carry a title.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jay, before we move to our next topic, I gotta ask you. So, what do you think of the Ultimate Universe getting another ultimatum?
I had a feeling you were waiting on this.
Well, we talked about it a little bit before you came in, but I want to get your opinion on it.
Wait, are we talking about Marvel's? Are we talking about Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Okay, thank you.
No, Marvel.
I'm not too surprised by because say what you will, the Ultimate line did decent. It was the best bump they've had in years. But your biggest titles were Ultimate Spider-Man and maybe Ultimate Avengers were the Ultimates. Once those started falling off, your line was done. But let's be honest here.
And I get the feeling that also Ultimate Wolverine didn't have that big of a bump because they only did Ultimate Wolverine because Peach Momoko was using X-Men characters no one cared about.
True. So true.
By the way, so Jay Heath, do you think some of it, like a lot of this, is also Brevoort being spiteful?
Somewhat. I mean, there's always going to be editorial spite to some degree, but I just feel like if it weren't for this, Marvel's Ultimate 2024 would have fallen off by this time next year.
And you know what we all say about Tom Brevoort?
He fills out his clothes like lentils fill out a sandwich bag.
I've been saving that. I had to. Oh, and one more.
Le who? The her.
There you go. I think that's
that one was just pure random.
Yes. Well, he's a loser. Let's face it.
He is a loser.
He's been destroying Marvel. Let's face it. Come on.
He is a guy. If he leaves, Marvel will only get better.
Yeah. It's only up from here.
Because he is definitely he's always one who is doing it behind the scenes. Always.
He's like Namor, only not as annoying or cool. Oh, I hate Namor, but yeah. So that's that. So let's talk about this. So apparently they're bringing a PvE zombies mode to Marvel Rivals, and we are all like, hell yes. By the way, we all need to play this when it releases. This has to be a thing.
Hey, Jared, do you still have that clip I sent you of, hell, it's about time?
I haven't gotten a chance to add it. I'll tell you what. I'll find.
StarCraft. It's about time.
All right.
I'll do it. I'll get it.
Here's how we all reacted. Yeah, because oh my God, because how long have I been calling for a dedicated PvE mode? How long?
At least a year.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, because imagine. Yeah, thank you. Because imagine, because the idea is that we're fighting waves of zombies until we get to the Queen of the Dead, who is Wanda. So we're literally playing through the Marvel Zombie show.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wonder, are the characters they showed in the trailer the only characters we can play as? Because I want to play as.
Yeah, because I know people like Moon Knight are not going to be involved. Because let's be honest, he would cheapen everything.
Yeah, that's true.
But a Blade Knight skin would be dope.
I think they are going to have that.
Oh, that has to be a given. Day one.
Hey, look, they brought in Mech Moon Knight from season 3.
So I'm like, okay, so Jaeger Moon Knight. Nice, okay. Yeah, but it's like, here's the thing, to unbalance it. They have Thor.
Thor he can still be overwhelmed and everything. He doesn't have anything that can break it like the Onks.
And I'm sorry, Punisher's turrets is so broken that people are going to be training zombies into a corridor and just going ba 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 ba.
True.
Well, actually, I actually have a good like indicator here. Here's Taladia playing as the Punisher, facing all the zombies. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, but that is the big. And here's the thing. Wasn't it kind of a given that we would get a PvE mode like this in a Marvel game eventually?
Yep. Now,
eventually.
I still got to ask, because we're talking about rivals, which do you think came first? Hela being the Queen in Black in Rivals leading to the comic, or the other way around?
I would argue either or.
Either or, really.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with Ewing, unfortunately, been following the marching orders of editorial. They could have just simply said, hey, do this.
Yeah, exactly. And but yeah, that's the really like that's the $1 million question. Does Thor have his hammer in the comics, or is he running around with Groot's arm? He has the hammer.
Yeah,
hammer.
he's always gonna have Mjolnir.
Yeah, exactly. That was just in the movie because they wanted to make Stormbreaker. But yeah, so yeah, we're definitely going to be playing this game mode. It's gonna be really fun. So Jay Heat had a topic to discuss is the declining of Xbox, which as an Xbox gamer, it feels like I'm watching someone wither away and die, because that's kind of what it's like, right, man?
In my professional opinion, the beginning of the end was the release of Halo Infinite.
Yeah,
and I will stand by that decision. You can quote me on that.
Or like the ad that, or like the ad campaign that they had where they were like, "This is an Xbox, and this is an Xbox, and this is an Xbox," and I go, "Shut up."
Why would you market a game console as part of a home internet device? That's what I want to know. Say what you want about Game Pass. Say what you want about the streaming boom of the 2010s. I'm not talking about that. But this is just basic marketing 101.
Yeah.
What they did with the original Xbox One, they were like, okay, you can play Blu-rays and DVD. It's a home entertainment device.
Oh, to me, PlayStation did that.
We've been able to do that since the PS3.
Yeah, I was gonna say PlayStation did that first.
Yeah. By the way, you know what? I love PlayStation trolling Xbox. Like when they go, oh, like when Xbox says you can't trade games, and PlayStation's like, here's how you trade games on a PlayStation, and the game done.
You know the one thing I'll say, Jared?
What?
Is we're getting Marvel Wolverine next year.
Yes.
And you can wish list it now. Xbox.
You're done.
Get an exclusive, bro. Get a good, because that's the sad part. PlayStation has all the good exclusives like God of War. Well, it's not exactly exclusive anymore, but Spider-Man.
Well, thankfully, they've made it clear now those exclusives are never going to be permanent exclusives anymore.
Which is good because I want to play frickin' God of War.
But here's the thing, Jared. You're not gonna like this.
Oh boy.
Xbox right now are going downhill with the ROG Ally, and they're going downhill even further with continuously with the Game Pass thing. Then you're like Xbox has got nothing. You should need to get a PlayStation. That's what I'm saying. Get on the PlayStation Nation.
Tavia, Xbox is on. I mean, Gears of War is also on PC. I don't count that as.
I was about to say, didn't Gears of War distribute PC like 2 years ago?
PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation, the Reloaded thing came out on PlayStation.
Did you just call the remaster the Reloaded?
No,
thing?
it's called Reloaded, right?
It's called Reloaded.
But we all know it's a remaster. So.
But by the way,
it's worse. They remastered the remaster. Literally, it's a remaster of Gears 1 remastered.
Say what you will with the. Sorry.
And it's multiplayer too, which you can play a multiplayer on PlayStation.
By the way, so I will say this though. Isn't it ironic that Xbox, the company that came around and when Microsoft came around and would cause Sega to go from consoles to just software or games is now about to do the same thing on their own, leaving Nintendo and Sony as the last two standing.
Which here's the thing. Here's the thing. I still doubt that they're going to stop making actual consoles because inevitably this is going to blow up in their faces. Arguably, it's already doing so right now. So inevitably, they're going to have to revert back to making consoles.
Knowing Xbox, and this is just what Xbox has always done, they spike up the prices, and then around the holiday season, they make it this big sale for the holiday season, and it balances right back out.
You should see, by the way, when the Series X was coming out, how many times I had to check all these sites because they never released enough of them. So I was constantly following Twitter accounts that were like, hey, restock. And I was like, oh, no. But
Jared, does that mean you're going to get a PlayStation 5?
Eventually. But do you remember who is currently making a new Halo? That is Halo Studios of the past failed games, and also on Unreal 5. It will no, but Unreal 5 is the most modern, is the most like everyone knows how to code.
Unfortunately, Unreal 5 has also been causing so many gaming issues.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mess.
It has been so many games are like they look amazing, but they are constantly, and all the games using it. I cannot think of one game that hasn't had any issues.
Battlefield 6
what?
on it?
What?
Battlefield 6?
Even 6 is it. Still had issues.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero hasn't got any issues.
Well, to be fair, that's not using it to its full potential, like, say, Indiana Jones.
And then NJ says, how is Mass Effect situation? Is it still safe? Please say yes.
Depends.
I don't know. It really depends. Yeah, it really depends.
It depends on how far in the production. If it's similar to how far Wonder Woman's game was in the production,
it's going to get dropped.
It's going to get dropped.
Yeah.
If it's along the production of Andromeda when they finally turned around and made it a single player, like no RNG stuff, I think it'll survive.
Yeah, exactly. So now I want to transition to our last topic of the night. And this is very important because on Wednesday this week, we're celebrating 5 years as a channel. And
woo!
And by the way, as soon as this stream ends, I will be releasing the documentary on the origin of Comics League, where I recount all this crazy.
How long is it?
All this crazy. It's about a half hour.
Okay.
But
nice.
but it's because it's me telling the story. I have some clips from previous episodes where like Britt talks about stuff. I have all of your videos, but again, it is incredibly humbling to look back on like where Comics League started to where it is now. And I could not be any more like Man of Steel's Comics League origin close, ZSJL. But it is very humbling to see everything where it grows. I mean, I have fantastic co-hosts, all of which I consider my closest friends.
Aww.
And I have my audience. It's really is.
You got your Brit.
I got Brit, exactly.
No. I mean, Brit as in me. I'm a Brit.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I have two Brits. We have Sammy.
Yeah, 3. Technically 3, yeah.
Oh, bloody wankers, the whole lot of you.
Bloody wankers.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love that.
Oh, bollocks.
But yeah, and it's really... growing a YouTube channel is notoriously hard.
Oh, tell me about it.
Less than like, I think the number is less than 10% get monetized. So, Robert, you actually, all the 3 of us here are at that point. Jay, I know you're gonna get to that point. You're growing pretty well.
Eventually.
Yeah, as long as you.
But trust me, it was a pain in the butt for me to get monetized. It was like just. Darn right, like the point where I had to remove.
The thing I tell people is talk about like is always make your YouTube topic or content the stuff that you really are passionate about, because that way you will sit through the times where it looks like no one's watching, or like where you take a hit in views, because it's like, no, because my philosophy on views is I don't really care if I get like a lot of views really quick. Like the whole, you got a certain amount of views in this time period. I think it's stupid. With me, as long as one person gets something of value from what I make, I have done my job and I will be satisfied. Don't get me wrong. I like when my stuff gets a lot of views. I think we all like it when our stuff gets a lot of views. But it's like, as long as it's of service to someone, it is like my satisfying. And the other thing that I really want to say here is that growing up, I've always been the kid that wanted to be the entertainer. And because of this, I get to do that every single damn day. And I really appreciate it, guys.
Yep. And hey, I got to thank you for bringing me on board, because I've always prefer having someone I consider, community I consider friends. I've had that with Tristan's community, and I'm having it with you. And I really appreciate it, because I'm a guy who just needs more than just being by myself.
Oh, yeah. 100%, Robert. And yeah, it's like, even though you're a Lois fan, you bring a lot of value to this thing, because your comics knowledge is like
second to none.
It's gotten to the point where I've started to wonder if you are actually like the Watcher.
Nah, because there's a lot of blind spots I have. I have a lot of blind spots, so yeah.
No,
I'm the gaming guy.
It could be you only say that.
That is true.
That's silence. That's silence.
But I'm the gaming guy, right? We forgot about that, right?
Yeah. And Saladia, we should talk about this. The amount of fun that you and I have had just playing games on stream. I mean, we played through all of Suicide Squad, attempted to play through the main game.
And the pancake. Don't forget about the pancake.
That was the greatest moment ever, where like, I think it was either Nick or you that were playing Spider-Man. I think it was you. And so he's swinging off of, you know how in New York they have those traffic light things that go like, so he's trying to swing around, and I get it. I know the trick you're going for, but then he swings right onto the pavement. And I go, okay, I see what you're doing. Well, here's the thing, Taladia. I remember you and I were playing Suicide Squad, and we were going to a Brainiac boss fight, and my jetpack deactivated, and I forgot that you can't like jetpack all the way into Brainiac's den yet. You have to land in that special spot. So I literally bounced off the shield like a ball. I was like, boing. And I go, well, that hurts. But yeah, and Taladia, it's like, I love doing content with you, man, and it really is genuinely a pleasure, man.
Yeah. So, but as the gaming guy, and as the gaming guy knows, right? It's crazy. It's just crazy at the amount of things I did on not TikTok. What am I saying? On YouTube, right? Gaming wise.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the gaming stuff. I mean, from Gotham Knights to Suicide Squad to Spider-Man, now 007 First Light's coming out in March. I've got so much things planned, and I can't wait to get you involved in some of these projects. Right?
Yeah.
And Wolverine. I'm gonna put this out there. With Wolverine, we are gonna do a stream, a podcast talking about Marvel's Wolverine.
Yeah, because at the very least, if I can't play it, I'll watch the story and we can talk about the story and all that stuff. So
we can do a deep dive into it. So I'm gonna announce it now on this channel, guys. On this channel, the Talaji Plays channel. What am I saying, Talaji Play? I'm in the Comics League.
Yeah,
channel.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute, which channel are we on now?
He's hijacking.
On the Comics League channel, I'm gonna be doing a podcast series calling it Hello Bob.
Oh, sorry.
Hello Bob.
So sorry about that, guys.
No, it's all good. I love that. And the other thing I want to say before I get to Jay Heat is the other thing that's cool is that this community being as great as it is, it's how I got Jason Lewis on the show, and you better believe he's going to be coming on again to do more channel content. That guy is like one of the coolest voice actors around. So
Sam Liu.
Sam Liu, exactly. He told me he's interested. So getting to you, Jay Heat. See, here's what I love about this group. We all bring our own specialties. Taladia's the gaming dude. Robert's the lowest lover, and Jay Heat has the endurance of like Superman practically, because nothing flaps this man. It took Nick and I forever to make him review Marvel, because we would name books for him to do for April Fools, and he would go, okay, easy. This. It was only the hesitation from Marvel.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
He's the manga guy. Call him
He's
the
the
manga.
manga and anime guy. There you go.
Yeah, why do you think when my first solo PTN with him was the Ninja Turtles Naruto?
Also, with him, I technically have Constantine on the show, so
Technically.
You're damn bloody right, mate.
yeah,
Bollocks.
exactly. And the funny part about it is that Jay Heat started off again as a viewer of the show. Like you were coming to the live streams like all the time, and that was back when I had you can come and hang out for like a couple of minutes and like hang out, and it's just we had so much fun hanging out with Jay Heat, so we were like, come on down and join us. Come on down and join us.
I'm still going to bring it up. I still find it so funny how the time you and I first interacted was not the right foot.
The first time I went on there, it's like, so I first met Robert when I went on Tristan's show for the first time. All right.
Yep.
And here's what happened.
Oh, I remember this.
Someone brought up Zack Snyder. And I'm defending the tornado scene and John Kent to this guy. So that's the first part. And then I go on another person's channel, and
Yep.
so someone had said, I think Lois Lane is worthless.
Wow.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, thank you. I was celebrating because I'm like, I never hear that. So it's like,
And I blew up.
yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh, screw you. Okay, I said worse than that.
He didn't say that, but it was like, all right. But it's like,
enough. Yeah.
I don't know how we ever reconnected and just became buds, Robert. It's like
I think it's just our love of Superman.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing. Again, Lord knows I hate Lois Lane about as much as like Satan loves good things. But the thing is, because Robert and I have that common ground of like your character, we were totally fine. And that's why I'm fine with him co-hosting on my channel. It's not really an issue. And that shows, guess what, guys? You can have a difference of opinion and not be a-holes to each other. Look at that.
Exactly. And again, that's what eventually won it over. Because when I first met you, I thought you were like one of those extreme anti-Lois fans. I wasn't too far off. Kidding.
They exist. I want to meet those people. I'm only kidding.
Kidding. But you were nowhere near. Yeah.
I was just, what's interesting is how you guys connect really well on shows together, including Superman Pals, which you guys haven't checked out yet. Make sure you guys go check that out.
It's really fun.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys really gel well together. When you guys talk about comics, it's like fireworks.
That's the other thing. It's because that's why I went to Robert to co-host as well, because because everyone has their own like specialty. Exactly. Robert is like, again, he's like a multiversal being with knowledge of comics.
Like I said, not perfect. Mostly DC, a lot of Marvel, but not all Marvel. And indie books, it's hit and miss.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm humble enough to admit that. DC is my forte. Always has been, always will be.
So are you saying you're the brainiac of the group?
Actually, yeah, there you go. You could be the brainiac of the group.
I could say I'm the brainiac, and I'm always collecting little samples here and there.
Yeah, exactly. And NJ brings up the only Wonder Woman YouTuber that values her as she deserves. That alone should be appreciated a lot. Keep up the great work. Anytime. That's the thing about like this type of stuff is like, when you're growing a YouTube channel, they tell you a lot to establish your niche. Like, what makes you different from everyone else? What's going to make someone click onto you? That's where the Super Wonder podcast and then eventually the Wonder Woman stuff came from, because No one talks about Super Wonder. I'm very confident in that. And there are some Wonder Woman channels, but not enough do it the way I do it, where I do deep dives into her comics. Because the idea is, hey, you may hate the run that's going on because you have good taste in comics, but it's like, look, there are great comics that Wonder Woman has. The purpose of Amazon Answers and all that stuff is to show, because Robert, how many times have people said that Wonder Woman does not have good stories? Where you and I know they do. I mean, she does.
They do. They're just not. I'll be honest. They're harder. You got to actually look at it with a microscope. They're not mainstream good stories.
They should be.
They should be, but sadly they're not.
Yeah, and I will say, the biggest privilege that I've had, and Tevia brought it up, is that I got to talk to Comic Storian before he unfortunately passed away. And the last thing I ever said to him was thank you, because, again, he inspired me to get into comic book podcasting. So to have that opportunity is something that I will always cherish for forever. But the other thing is getting Comic Explained, or Sam Lee You, after all.
Actually, you remember? Yes, remember, it was thanks to me.
I know.
Comics Explained got to your channel.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. But
thank
yeah,
you.
and it's like Sam Liu, the guy that has directed half of the DC animated stuff that I have watched and enjoyed forever. And it's like Chuck Dixon, Mike Barron. I got to get the story of Nightfall straight from Chuck.
We should try and get that guy who did the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. He was on Dave's channel. Try and reach out to him.
James Tucker?
No.
Oh.
He's another guy.
He means the director of the movie.
No, he worked on Batman Azteca as well.
Oh, Jim Krieg. Yes, I'm trying to get Jim Krieg on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Jim Krieg because he was heavily involved in the Tomorrowverse and how Wonder Woman was treated in that. So I definitely want to get him on. I'll see if, but again, Jason Lewis. I got to talk to him about Justice League Action and just hang out. And the dude is knowledgeable about Superman, because Britt asked him, when you got the role of Superman, did you read any comics to like a custom? And he goes, they didn't assign me any comics or anything like that, so I went out on my own volition and did it. It comes across in his performance. He sounds like Superman. And it was cool getting the inside story from, because I think he was the first voice actor I ever interviewed. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the point is, I am tremendously grateful for all the opportunities I've had because of this channel, and I am very thankful for the opportunity in general just to do content with you guys, obviously, and Sammy and Britt, and to be able to just talk about talk with these characters every day. It's like my mom once asked me, Jared, you upload every day, aren't you tired? I go, nope, not at all. Because that's the other thing. If you're talking about because here's the thing about the conversations we have on here. This is the conversations that we have pretty much every damn day. So
I can attest to that. I can attest to that. A lot of times
we talk on the phone every day, so it's not like we're making any difference here.
We're just like, wait, let's talk with them. Let's talk with them.
Yeah, exactly.
And me and Javi talk via DMs like literally nearly every week. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like all of this. It's like when I started this with Lad, and shout out to Lad for being the co-host of the channel as well. It was mainly just like the conversations that he and I were having on a daily basis. But yeah, it's very, very good. And then, but I'll let you guys know. So in the chat, real quick before we go, do you got in the chat? You guys can say what Comics League means to you, and then again, I'll go around and like ask the same question to you. And by the way, Tavia, Lad got busy with work, but Taladia, I'll start with you. What does Comics League mean to you?
Quite a lot. If it hadn't been for Gotham Knights, I wouldn't have met you. Firstly,
I know
right?
That's one good thing that game gave.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Gotham Knights, I wouldn't have met you, and I wouldn't have done I wouldn't have done these so much collabs with you, including the Arkham stuff, the Spider-Man series. Soon to be, we're going to be doing Wolverine, the Marvel Rivals together. We did Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League. I'm grateful for these opportunities I've had with you, and also the collaborations we've done with the comic side of it. You know, we did some stuff that I never thought that Comics Explained coming to my channel, for crying out loud, right? So it was like, I'm grateful for that, because like it was for you that got Comics Explained to come to my channel. So I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I'm also grateful for Comics League because I got to network with such a great amount of people, such as Jay Heat. I got to collab with Tevia. I got to collab with Pika. I collabed with a bunch of different creators within the community that I'm grateful for the opportunity because of you, basically.
I appreciate that. Jay Heat, how about you?
As for me, Comics League, I would say resurgence, because I actually did try YouTube for a while, you know, small videos here and there. And it was around the time I was actually started committing with Comics League that I actually started getting back in the YouTube game. And I even remember when during I forget what charity it was for, but SnyderCon, where we all pitched in.
Oh, okay.
Yep, where we all pitched in to actually host each night. And then other Nick, Phoenix Nick. Basically, there was a technical issue. I'm not gonna throw shade. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. But he ultimately couldn't co-host. So I say, hey, I'm the new guy on the block. I'll pitch the $25 because StreamYard co-streaming was $25 back then. It's probably about $40 now with inflation. Jesus. But to make it a long story short, so yeah, I just took that off for the team, and and it just helped rebuild my career. So at least to an extent, I will always be grateful to you guys. It'll always be an honor for me being on your show or your show being on mine. And it just, hopefully this works out. At the very least, it's well, it gives me the means to back to my hobby. But I really appreciate you guys first and foremost, and the fans. So
anytime.
And we're gonna get Jay Heat up to 1,000. Guys,
get this man to 1,000.
Get him to 1,000. Come on.
Join the 1,000 club.
Okay. If y'all get me to 1,000,
here we go.
If y'all get me to 1,000, I will review the infamous Halo TV show.
Oh my God. Can I be with you for that?
Yes.
Good. All right. Oh my God. You guys have no idea what this man just signed up for. This man's a masochist.
Well, it's going to come back.
Jared's going to Jared's going to promote your channel out now. You do realize that, right?
I so will. This is going to be fun. You get to meet Matt.
Wait, how else am I going to get monetized?
Yeah, all right. Robert, how about you, my brother?
I will say, what it means to me is a great place to talk comics. Especially, that was one thing, as much as I adore being on Tristan's channel, and I do, doesn't talk comics that much anymore, which that's fine. That's for her choice. She's better with the games and all that. But having a place where I can regularly talk comics beyond my own channel, I adore.
Very happy to do, because
and again, like I said before, the fact we had such rough beginnings.
I know, that's the funny part. But the thing is that these conversations are meant to be if you don't have that opportunity, or like if you can't like go to your comic book store like every single day and like have these conversations. So we'll bring them to you.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's kind of the idea. And NJ, you may or may not be able to celebrate that pretty soon. Hint, hint. Anyway, now I want to talk about what this community means to me. Is that I've met some of my closest friends. I mean, Britt, Sammy, all of you guys, and there you go. Thank you, Britt. This community, it's doing this channel and doing this content every single day is one of the, if not the greatest honors of my life, because I get to talk about these characters that I adore. I get to play games on the channel all the time, because this was the thing that I had always wanted, was a YouTube channel and like a podcast and stuff. Obviously, because the options were politics or comics. That's quite a choice, right?
Not much of a choice.
Not much of a choice, yeah.
Politics?
Well, it's because I was a political science major in college at the time of when I started the show. So it was like, do I do it where I could talk about my books? And then it's like the Snyder Cut got announced. So I go, well, I guess I'm doing that. But
thank God you made the right choice.
I know, right? But it's mainly so it started this, and boy am I glad I get to do that because of the level of like this every time, because it's like I work relatively long hours every day, and just the idea of getting to exactly, Tevia. The idea of getting to as soon as I clock out of work at that desk, because I work from home, I can just come over here and just decompress and talk about comics every single day. It's going to be like it's really like one of the greatest joys of my life is getting to talk about these characters. And I want to let you guys know one thing, highlighting Brit. The reason why Wonder Woman Wednesday and Amazon Answers and stuff, and why it's my goal to write Wonder Woman, is because of this girl right here. Because talking with her about Wonder Woman is the reason why Wonder Woman became like my favorite character of all time. Like that's it. It started with that. And that's why I will always be grateful to Brit, to all of you guys, because I find myself falling more in love with these characters every single day because I get to talk about them with you.
That's great. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Robert, Lord knows you have helped you've helped like hold me back, if you will, in terms of like freaking out. I'm like, Mouse Man again, but he's like, I can't even count how many times Robert's been okay. Calm down.
Yep, I'll be like, calm down, dude. It's not worth it. Or like, dude, this happens regularly. This is not new.
Yeah, I know. So it's like, that's why, NJ, if you see me be chill about Tom King stuff, that's why. Because I have Robert to say, okay, just calm down. He's gonna.
Yep, like, calm down. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Calm down, little boy.
It's nowhere near as bad as he used to not be named on Superman.
Debatable, but okay.
I'm still standing by that.
Oh, we'll see. But yeah,
You mean that
his name starts
BMB?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because trust me, Robert and I are gonna cover that Superman run, and when we do, that's the only time I'll temporarily suspend the "he who must not be named." And NJ, no, he hasn't read the latest Wonder Woman issue. I'm waiting because there's so much I haven't told him about yet, and I'm not going to tell him because I want his reactions.
And then just you wait. I'm gonna look at him and be like, "That's it."
Yeah.
No, Robert, this is not the issue where you're going to think that. It's just not that issue. Trust me when I say I know the issues that will make you go, that's it. This is not that.
Let's wait and see.
We'll see. But anyway,
I might cringe, but that will make me rageful. Who can say?
I have no idea. But yeah, so and again, thank you to everyone there, and thank you to all my guests that have come on, especially Wes, because again, Wes was the first guest I ever had on my channel back when I was just 32 subscribers, and he provided the little name boost, if you will, that like propelled my channel into like where it is today. So
the stratosphere.
Yeah, because I almost gave up on YouTube because it wasn't growing. It was like because you know, it's like if it's not growing after about, I think it was a year that I was stuck on 32 subs. At a year, I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, so I'm like, what am I gonna do here? And then I had him on, and then it was like, and then the sub count started growing higher and higher and higher, and I'm like, okay. And then within like a couple of months, I went from 32 to 100. So I was like, okay, there's something here. But yeah, so let me ask you guys this: what's your favorite Comics League memory?
Oh, the time when Jared had a meltdown on stream.
Which one?
There was many.
There was many.
May the force be with you, Wonder Man.
You British
You
British douchebag.
You asked. You did ask.
You did ask, and you knew that was gonna come up. That's
That's
I must
magic
admit,
part.
dude.
behind all the hashtags and cringe, I must admit that answer was rather anticlimactic.
By the way, okay, dude, we all know he's gonna do it. Jared, let Jay Heat do it once.
Do what once? Oh God.
Super.
Super.
Ah. What about?
Batman doesn't do ships.
I'm so glad I have that. I'm so glad I have that.
But if you're gonna ask me, my favorite, it was that time we just kept on saying Tom King, and you were like, oh, you just gotta keep on. You just couldn't avoid it, and that's when you had to take him off the He Shall Not Be Named list.
Yeah, because we kept playing the He Must Not Be Named thing, and I was like, okay, we're saying his name too much. Now, to be clear, when King inevitably leaves Wonder Woman, he's going back on the list.
But that is a day I will never forget, because we just kept cracking up. It was just like, you couldn't avoid it.
Literally, I was playing this clip so many times.
Why did you say that name?
We almost
Oh, you
got
were-
monetized for that one.
And I kept calling you out. I kept saying, ah.
Yeah, exactly. Jay,
Jared
how
is not
about you?
happy.
Except besides the Wonder Bat moments.
Okay, besides those, I would have to say my favorite moment was, there's so many of them. I have to take a minute to think. It would have to be my first April Fool's rant.
Yeah.
No.
And you gave me Quest for Peace.
Can I say quickly?
gotcha.
I will say, I will add mine to that as well. Mine going up on the Lois Lane book.
The lowest, but
I have to give mine as well. I would have to say mine would have to be Catwoman. You made me watch Catwoman.
or how about mine, where you guys made me read the first trade of Tom King's Wonder Woman and talk about it positively.
I'm going to say this, though. Inevitably, I'm going to say this preemptively because I already know it's going to be awesome. Next April Fools. Can we agree? Without saying anything else, I already know that's going to be the best one yet.
Oh, Robert and I have some plans, particularly involving Brit and a certain. So, Jay Heat, have you ever read Superman Wonder Woman by Chris Claremont?
Yes, it's a notoriously mid run. What about it?
Mid.
It's horrible, and that's what Brit is positively reviewing for April Fool's Day. No, my April Fool's was worse. Oh yeah, where we made her review the wedding of Superman and Lois, and she had to act like a total Clois fan. That was the best.
Oh me.
Or you having to positively review a Lois book that you actually hate. It was doubly hilarious for that reason alone.
No, but I'm saying no. I was the one who had Brick go over that book.
Oh yeah. And it was very funny, Tevia. But yeah, and Tevia.
Oh, and then I also had to do ABP Requiem.
Yeah, but I love Tevia's April Fools because he had to positively review the Tom Taylor book, and I loved where he goes, "Are you blind?" And by the way, our good friend Lad from Comics League is here, so I'm going to play his intro. Laddie!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good
What's
to see ya.
up?
Good to finally hear you. Okay, good. Okay, you children. Good to hear your voice, lad. How are you?
Good. How's it going, guys? Yeah. Wow.
Good.
5 years.
First time I've been on with him, I think.
Yeah, I think it's first time.
Yeah.
I think we've met before, right? But I don't know
No.
if we've been on the past.
Have we met before?
Lad was right next to me, Robert, when we first met on Tristan's live stream.
Oh, now I remember.
Well, nice to meet you then, if I haven't before.
Yep. But to be fair though, I wasn't on that stream though.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, yes, I was.
Arguing with me about.
I know. It's you know what? I keep mixing up details.
Yeah, that was the one. I remember that specifically.
Oh man.
But anyway, so what does Comics League mean to you, buddy?
It's like it's just a great place to interact with other people that are into comics, into that world. of fantasy, and it's just been like a even though I'm not as involved anymore, it was a really fun time being on the show with you guys, and just getting involved with everything. And I still watch you guys the stream every now and then, and see what's the latest news or watch your reactions to the latest things going on. So just super cool to see the channel grow from where it started.
All right, lad, I gotta ask you of all people, what do you think about the news that they're ending the Ultimate Universe again?
I don't think it's gonna stick. I think they're just gonna end it, and then they're gonna bring it back again, because it's just outselling the main books. So,
and DC is eating their lunch with the Absolute books, which are fantastic, by the way. I'm just gonna say that right there. But lad, it's good to see you, man. And for you, it's like. No, it's because again, Under Two Capes was all Comics League was, and that was just Lad and I talking about and having the same conversations we would have at school. So it's not like it was really anything different. The only difference is there was a camera.
Right. Oh man.
Remember the early days of being stuck at 32 subscribers?
Yeah, the subscriber count. It wasn't until about the 100th episode or so we started getting some views on videos for Under Two Capes. that was a tough grind.
Yeah, exactly. But the first time we ever passed 100 is when we reacted to the trailer for Masters of the Universe Revelation, Robert.
Oh, man.
That was the first. That was the first piece of content that we did. That was that actually for lack of a better term, blew up.
That was right before and that was still when I was doing regular reviews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's incredible. It's incredibly humbling again to have. I had to get Lad on this show so we could because again, Lad, you started this whole crazy train with me, even though you jumped ship. You traitor.
I passed it into reliable hands of you guys. And how are you guys doing at Jay Heat and Taladia? What's going on with you guys? How's the channel life going?
Channel life for me is going great, man. Honestly, I can say that I can't complain as much, and honestly, growing every day. And honestly, I've got I'm collaborating with Jay Heat as per usual, because we got loads of things coming up. And then I just announced earlier, I'll be doing a podcast talking about Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine to be precise, with Jared, as we're going to be amping that up a little bit and spicing that up. We'll be talking about the comics leading into that game. So there's a
nice.
Yeah. So I can't wait to discuss that with him. And if you want to partake in that, let me know and we can get you in.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, no, I've been so out of the YouTuber world for a long time now,
We'll get you back in there.
We'll
ease you back in.
Throw me into the deep end.
Yeah, exactly.
Comic League misses you. Just saying.
Exactly. I'm just you gotta come back to doing regular podcasts, man.
Yeah. Maybe
I promise you don't have to be on the 4-hour ones I do with Brent.
That is true.
By the way, shout out to Jason Lewis. When we had him on the show, he stayed for the entire 3 hours.
Oh man!
Wow!
I felt bad, but he was like, "Hey, I got time," so I'm like, "Okay, I'm not gonna say no." But yeah, and this channel means a lot to me, and you know what? I look forward to 5 more years, and 5 years after that, I'm just gonna keep going until you guys stop watching, which I hope won't be ever, but you never know. But anyway, I'll leave it on that down note. But anyway, but Taladia, where can we find you and what we got coming out on your channel?
You guys can check me out at Taladia Plays. There should be a link in the description. What I got coming up on my channel is tomorrow I'll be doing a live stream with Jared as we discuss Peacemaker episodes 6, 7, and 8. As we want to get his opinion out there to my audience and let them see what they think about let his opinions on Peacemaker, let them see what he has to say about it. Also, I got some videos in the works, as I'm going to be talking about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, as they've officially confirmed 3 more Batmobiles. Yes, 3 more Batmobiles. So I'll be talking about that, including BVS, Batman and Robin, and also some of the other Batmobiles, which I can't exclusively mention here. So I'll just say that. And I'll also be doing collabs with Jay Heat, as we'll be doing Deadpool and Wolverine, and some other collaborations, including Dragon Ball. So stay tuned for that.
Robert, how about you, Mr. Lois Lover?
You can check out my link down below. I have PTNs going. Britt and I are covering Bomb Queen, which unfortunately is age restricted. So if you can't see it, sorry.
That's YouTube for you.
Yep, sorry about that. But and I've been doing some spooky gaming lately. I just finished up Faith, the Unholy Trinity. Did it in 3 parts. Ha!
Oh, there you go. Oh, Trinity. There you go. There you go.
Yep, I got it in 3 parts.
Is your Trinity as annoying as the daughter of Wonder Woman?
No comment.
I had to. Jay Heat, how about you?
You can find me at Jheat Blaze or Jheat75. I'm working with everyone, just coordinate with everybody doing collabs within the next few weeks. For example, I'm collabing with Talati on multiple projects, DCU predictions, DC solicitations. I want to say for December. I think we're on December now, solicitation wise.
Mm-hmm.
We might be January 2026. I would have to look it up. But also Deadpool, Wolverine. I also do gaming playthroughs on Twitch. Maybe I even start doing reactions exclusively on Twitch since I had to recently rebrand JHeat752. And just more stuff to come on the channel. Oh, and New Direction vs. Heroes in Crisis. I want to get that out hopefully before the end of the year. I'm just waiting on Jared to finish reading the script.
Sure. I'm busy, brother. I got a lot of stuff going down.
Here's to 5 years of Comics League, man. It's truly been an honor, man. Congratulations.
It's a yeet moment. Yeet.
So as for me, the Comics League documentary is officially live. It's on the channel. I'll blast it out more. And again, that's the full story. And tomorrow we're discussing Birds of Prey, that piece of work film.
Deadpool ripoff. Excuse me.
Thank you. And Britt and I are going to be talking about Absolute Superman a year later and how Absolute Superman and Wonder Woman could meet. And for Amazon Answers, I'm talking about how I would reinvent Wonder Woman. And let's see what else in terms of In terms of Under Two Capes, I don't think Robin and I decided on what Under Two Capes is going to be. But anyway, that's what we got so far. Stay heroic. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. And thank you for an amazing 5 years. We will see you guys later. Barry Ladd, thank you for showing up. I'm glad you finally got to hang out.
No, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the show was ending. I was like, oh, I just barely made it in time.
All right, it's all good, dude. I'm glad you got to be on this one. Stay heroic, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.